Are you guys ready for Mark? Mark 13. All right. We're not going to read the whole thing because it's really, really long. But I'm just going to overview and highlight it for tonight. But if you guys want to pull it up, everybody just pull it up. So Mark chapter 13. We are almost done with Mark. We're going to be covering a couple of things tonight. Number one, destruction of the temple predicted, signs of the end times. Yeah, we're having the eschatology discussion tonight. Some people are really excited. Some people are like, Eric, I can't wait. Other people are like, why am I leading tonight? Nico's like, uh-oh, this is going to be, right? And Jesus' return. So I'm not going to go deep. We're just going to go surface level for a couple of minutes. We're going to try to be in and out of here in 5 minutes because we got a lot of scripture to cover tonight, okay? All right, hold me to it. All right, so where are we? We've been in Jerusalem for the past couple of weeks, but now Jesus is exiting the temple. So it starts in Mark 13 saying that Jesus starts to exit the temple. So question, this temple that we were talking about for the past couple of weeks, that's been the setting for where Jesus has been doing a lot of this last ministry. How long did this temple stand? Does anybody know how long this temple existed before it was destroyed?
About 400 years or so.
Yeah. Do you know what year it was destroyed? AD 70. AD 70, destruction of the temple. Yeah, and you're right, too. That's how long, because there's a second temple and a third temple. So you're right, Autumn. All right. So this is what that temple looked like that Jesus is exiting. And this is going to be kind of the discussion surrounding at least the first part when Jesus predicts the destruction of this temple. And so it looks very beautiful. So context clues for tonight. We're going to talk about eschatology. What is eschatology? You're probably like, uh-oh, I don't know what that word is, but it's very, very simple. Eschatology, escat, just a root, last things. Ology, like biology. Bio is life. Ology is the study of. Simple, right? Eschatology. So eschatology, study of the end times. This is a question to take to your guys' groups tonight as you read through Mark 13. Do you think all of these things that Jesus is talking about when he's predicting end times is something that's already been fulfilled, or is it describing something that's yet to come? So that's what eschatology is, the study of the end times. That it's such an insane subject. So you guys ready for this one? Abomination of Desolation. Some people are like, whoa. Robbie was talking about it earlier, right? Some people are smiling. What is the Abomination of Desolation? It's coming straight out of Mark chapter 13, verse 14. But when you see the abomination of desolation standing where he ought not to be, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, right? It's going to be terrible for nursing mothers and pregnant wives and things like that, right? It's going to get intense. Some historical context to help you guys understand what the abomination of desolation is. This temple that we were talking about, when was it destroyed again? AD 70, right? All right, so this is actually the renovated third temple. Originally, this temple was built in 516 BC. That's what Autumn was talking about, right? So something happened in 167 BC to this temple when it was the second temple. So historically, before we get to this, historically, something happened to this temple, and King Herod wasn't beheaded. Well, was beheaded, but beheaded John the Baptist. But no, he had rebuilt it in AD 20. And in AD 70, it was destroyed. But what happened in 167 BC to this temple? This guy, okay? Who is this guy? Does this guy look like a nice guy? No? Nobody thinks this is a nice guy.
Thank you, Larkin.
Larkin says it's a nice guy? Good-looking guy? Voldemort? This is Voldemort? Because he's got no nose, right? He's got no nose. No. This is not a nice guy. So Robbie said it earlier. This is, what is it? What's the name?
Antiochus Epiphanes.
Antiochus Epiphanes. So what this guy did to that temple that I just showed you guys earlier, he took over the temple in 167 BC. He set up an altar to Zeus, right? And he sacrificed pigs on the altar. So why is that such a big problem that he did that?
Unclean.
Right, because pigs were unclean in the Old Testament law, right? And so the Jews got really, really, really angry. And so they actually took over and they took back this temple. So that was so disgusting to the Jews. Instead of calling Antiochus's god Zeus, what they were sacrificing to, they just labeled it as an abomination. And so the Jews of that day understood the abomination. When Jesus is saying, the abomination of desolation, standing where he ought not to be, right? The readers in the historical context, the people would have understood it as, oh yeah, this time when the temple was taken over in 167, right? So now the question for you guys is, he's doing this thing. The question for you guys, so I got like ADD. the question for you guys, I'm going to go through. The question for you guys is, as Jesus is talking about this stuff, he says, the abomination of desolation, standing where he ought not to be, is this all just a prediction for AD 70 and what happens? Or is it something that is yet to come, right? Daniel prophesied, Daniel chapter 11, verse 31, the destruction of that temple, or the taking over of that temple by the Jews. And you can see Daniel chapter 11, verse 31, the very last line there, abomination that makes desolate. It shows up in a couple other times throughout New Testament, Old Testament, but that is a prophecy that became fulfilled in 167 BC. So you guys are pros on what the abomination of desolation is, right? No? No. Oh, I just got that right now. 167 BC. No way. No way. Guys, I'm locked in. Okay. So, abomination of desolation. What is the abomination of desolation? Talk about it within your groups. Now you guys have an understanding. The Jews of that day, I almost just dropped this. The Jews of that day would have thought in their mind what? The destruction, this temple being taken over, ransacked, sacrifice on the altar, all that stuff, right? Does that help kind of give you guys some kind of historical context, understand who has heard of the abomination of desolation before and who hasn't? Who's like completely brand new to all this stuff? Okay? Cool. All right. Eschatology. Yeah. Some people are like really afraid to raise their hands, like Caleb went halfway, right? That's okay. Okay. All right. That's fair. Very fair. He got me. All right. Last thing, Christ's return. Take note. Mark 13:26, and they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. This is Jesus predicting that he will return, and we're going to read about that tonight. So it's going to be fun. So 3 things: eschatology, abomination, desolation, Christ's return. How did I do on time? 7 minutes. Look at that. See? We all survived, right?